Hi, I'm Matt Post with SCM Dynamics, and this is your morning cup of SEO. It's a weekly broadcast where I take the week's worth of search engine news and distill it down to only those items that are relevant to the legal industry. Now, if you're a lawyer and you're a do-it-yourself lawyer and you're marketing for your own firm, this is going to be a great resource for you where you can utilize this to focus only on those items that affect the legal industry. But if you do have a marketing team, what I want you to do is forward this video to whomever your marketing team is. That way it'll allow them to stay on top of the latest news regarding search engines or search engine optimization, search engine marketing for the legal industry. So let's get started. Now, the major happening last week was a large algorithm update, and it was announced by Google that it was a broad core algorithm update that occurred towards the end of the week. And it started rolling out around the 4th and the 5th. That's where most of the volatility took place. Now, broad core algorithm updates take place a few times a year, although there's algorithm updates that are happening constantly every day. What we're looking at are these larger broad core algorithm updates. And what they do is they better refine how the search results are delivered to the end user. Essentially, it's a way that Google is able to release an update to their software to make results more accurate, or the hopes for making the results more accurate to the end user. Now, don't worry if you do see a dip in organic traffic. So often the broad core updates or algorithm updates, it takes about 2 weeks to fully roll out. And often what you'll see is either a severe uptick or downtick in your organic rankings. But over the course of 2 weeks, you'll see a pullback to closer to what their original positioning was. And that's normally what to expect. So, in one day you can see maybe you're listed at the page 1 or the top of page 1 for something like car accident lawyer. But then the next day that ranking disappears. There's nothing to be really afraid of or jumpy about, or there's nothing to do right now. I always advise that you wait at least 2 weeks to get the full rollout of the algorithm update before making any changes or really looking at any competitive analysis to see what to do and how the algorithm has shifted in prioritizing your to-dos and re-optimizing your pages. Now, normally after 2 weeks, what you want to do is do a competitive analysis and see what are the top pages doing, what are they doing, what correlation do they have with each other, and how can you mimic that, and how can you bring your pages to be more like those top pages and even better. But in this case, you're going to want to wait even longer. And why is that? That's because in 2 weeks, we're going to have the Web Core Vital update. See, this broad core algorithm update is not the Web Core Vital update. And we know that that one is going to be released in the middle of June. So in about 2 weeks, that's going to be the middle of June. We know that there's going to be the Web Core Vital update. Plus, Google has said that this particular broad core update is being split into two. And the second half of that update is going to take place in the beginning of July. So normally you're going to wait 2 weeks, which would be the middle of June. That's when the Web Core Vital update is going to hit. And then you would typically wait another 2 weeks for things to settle down. But when that happens, what's going to occur? You're going to have the second half of this of this broad core algorithm update. And that's going to take place in the beginning of July. So you're going to have to wait another 2 weeks. So what I'm advising is really, before you take any steps or drastic measures, is to wait towards the middle of July before doing any competitive analysis. Now, if you know that your site can be doing better with their Web Core Vitals, it's okay, go ahead and make those changes. That's just going to be better for the user experience, and the end result is most likely going to give you better ranking as well. Same thing if you know that you have content that is poorly written, that is not a best fit. There's nothing wrong with going in and updating that content to just making it better. If it's not ranking well to begin with, making updates to pages that are not ranking well to begin with, they're not ranking well now, they're most likely not going to be ranking well in a month from now. It's safe to go ahead and optimize those. But understand that you're probably going to have to go back and do some more granular refinement on those pages around the middle of July. And that's it for this week. Be sure to like our page or subscribe to get notifications of future videos.